following the exorcism that freed Opheia from the clutches of a demonic spirit and the somber aftermath of Rurik's tragic demise, the group embraced a much-needed period of respite from the sanctuary of Kaer Seren. Not from, within. Maybe from at this point. As the days stretched into a week and then 10 due to some delays, they delved into their training, studying, and exploring of the fortress's vast trove of knowledge. Now, amidst the tranquility of your extended downtime, you find yourselves with ample opportunity for some further learning and reflection, all while preparing to pay your final respects at Rurik's pyre burial, which will occur later tonight. Here we are once again in the cold stone castle of Kaer Seren.
Back again at Cold Stone Creamery.
Yeah, that was the part that burned down. That's
Yeah.
They had a cold stone there, but
God damn it!
I mean, they've got the natural cold rocks for it. So
I could have been a franchise owner.
I had a gift card too. I was looking forward to it.
You gotta use those. The law that says that they don't expire doesn't apply here. So
No. That only applies in Dicovaro.
yeah, you can only cash them out if they're less than 10 crowns value. Cool. So what's everybody doing? So you guys had agreed to stay roughly 2 weeks. You've used roughly one of those with your various trainings. So you've got some more time to delve into other things that you'd like to study, essentially.
Yeah.
I believe I'm going to teach some people signs.
Yeah.
That
Science.
would be handy, yeah.
I'd also like to learn, actually learn and make all of the oils and potions that because I have the written versions of them, but I don't have I don't know them yet.
Gotcha. you know how to make them. You just don't have any of them.
No, I think you also have to take time and learn them.
No, as long as you have the formula, that's your instructions to learn. That's your instructions to make it. It's like a recipe.
Yeah, and then once you've done it, I don't think you need the actual formula anymore, and then you've learned it. So it's I think once you have it, you can check it as learned. So, if for whatever reason you lose your actual recipe book, you can still make those ones. But there's not really likely a chance to you're gonna lose those. But just in case.
Would like to make all of my formulas.
Sure, absolutely. And
The Griffins are willing to share some ingredients.
You find here generally, especially in the kind of alchemy cove that Rurik had set up, he seemed to be kind of the primary alchemist here, that you have all the equipment you need as well as generally the ingredients that you would need. If there are any really rare ones, they may not have them on hand, but generally you'll probably be able to find what you need.
Grip it and rip it.
I was so far from my mic.
It was so loud.
3 feet from my mic. I'm sorry. I literally...
The camera yearns for the sound of the can.
I'm reaching like this, and I rip that shit off. Man, whatever.
That's funny.
Mike's over here. This is for decoration, remember?
Yeah, so you look like a
this
proper gamer girl.
So I look like a gamer girl?
Yeah.
With a Modelo. Yeah, my favorite kind of gamer girl.
Gamer fuel.
I'm gonna draw that now. Gamer girl with a Modelo.
I also wanted to make witcher oils. I wanted to make a couple like extra potent ones as like a gift for the griffins for putting up with us for so long.
Sure, absolutely. I will say also, for those of you who are interested in the alchemy, and this would probably apply to at least Opheia and Mareigh and Kaspar, but in Rurik's area, and I think you had generally a pretty good, because this is a Witcher stronghold and you have pretty much every type of book and ledger. I'm going to say, for the sake of this, let me go ahead and pull up my list of formulae. So, all of you will be able to learn any of the novice formula that you want.
Yay!
For alchemical stuff. Alchemical. And that includes the standard potions as well as if there's any of the Witcher potion formula. And that's a pretty decent list.
I do want to learn the formula for the Witcher potions. I already had this open. Awesome.
So there's roughly, I think, 10 or 12 standard potions. So those are the ones like Ada's Tomb. And then there's the Witcher potions, the oil formulas, and the decoctions. The recipes on hand here, at least the ones that are available to you, are any of the ones that would be, I think the DC 16 is what they're considered as like the novice level. If anybody has that up,
I'm looking for it.
Me, but I think it's DC 16 is the novice level, or any of the ones that are.
There we go. The novice formulae are all listed under one table. They have varying DCs. The novice formulae are Ada's Tomb, base powder, clotting powder, hallucinogen, invisible ink, numbing herbs, poisoner's friend, smelling salts, sterilizing fluid, succubus's breath, and wives' tears potion.
Yeah, so all of those ones you'll be able to learn, and then any of the Witcher potions or decoctions or oils that are up to DC 16.
Awesome.
Ugh, nice.
I'll write down the ones that I want to learn. I'll learn. If there's time to learn all of them, I'll just learn all of them that I don't know.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'm gonna need the smelling salts later.
I'll learn all the Witcher specific ones since you guys seem to have the rest kind of covered.
I also want to learn the Witcher ones just because I can make them more potent, which should be very handy for you.
Yeah, you can all mark them down as being in your inventory and knowing them, just because at some point, even if you don't necessarily individually take the time, you're essentially copying down those recipes. So you have them on hand. So it doesn't really take a ton of time. I'll say it'll probably take a day to kind of go through these books and, copy the recipes over and kind of get a feel for them and know what they are.
Which ones
So
do I already know?
It says it takes eggs, but it doesn't say what kind of egg.
Mm-hmm.
The old way was basilisk eggs. Those
They
are prohibitively
I can't just put eggs in the damn recipe and expect you to think it's basilisk.
They're from a long time ago when basilisks were more plentiful and there were more witchers to hunt basilisk
More
eggs. So they were
plentiful than what? Every other animal with eggs? There has to be more chickens just by, numbers with...
Yes, you can make it with chicken's eggs, but the original recipe was written with basilisk eggs in mind to make it more potent.
Besides, that's more omelets
Bigger the
you can make
egg,
later.
more
That's
potent.
true.
More potent.
And where basilisk comes from is a messed up chicken. So, makes sense to me. Can't believe I didn't think of that. I gained 3 points in monster lore. No.
pulling all this stuff out of my butt.
Maybe about lore about a monster that's not that common. Who knows?
Monster trivia.
So in this extra day that the others are learning these, Opheia, you don't have to if you don't want to, just because you have, I think you have some alchemy skill, right?
I do. I even have a skill that makes me better at potions that only have plant ingredients. So,
Ooh.
and yeah, I like I said, I probably want to take the numbing herbs and the smelling salts type medical stuff. So I'll jot stuff down too.
Sure. And then that leaves an extra day for you, Kilton, for studying or training that you'd like.
Nice. Oh, what to do? I have dog shit crafting, so focusing on this might help. But I also think it's better if I never get better at crafting.
It's okay if you never get better at crafting.
I'm a businessman. I know how to get crafting.
You buy crafted things.
Would it be like
Save up.
incredibly annoying to like practice stealth by just sneaking up on people while they're working on their shit? Just
that would
like
be incredibly funny.
start pranking people in the castle, both hiding myself and hiding other people, like other things, like maybe a chicken egg somewhere. Just
Zephyr, did you say all the blade oils?
Any of the Witcher oils, potions, or decoctions that are up to a DC 16. So there's a number of...
Oh, there's okay.
all of them.
Got it.
So not DC 16?
including, up to and
okay.
including DC 16. Because I think a good portion, I think a lot of them are just, they start at DC 16.
That's all of them then.
All of the oils are, you're thinking of decoctions go past 16.
Yeah, so those ones that are above that are not
Oh, so
available.
decoctions too. All right. Yeah, I can do
Oils.
yeah. Fucking yeah, all blade oils. Fuck yes.
It helps to be in a Witcher stronghold, yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Grave hack. Oh, this is so good.
Thank god.
They're so focused on the beauty of the recipe that they didn't see that I hid an egg in the book.
Necker.
What's his egg doing here?
Damn it. Well, at least he didn't close it on the egg.
Oh my god, where's the
so-
Witcher?
Kilton, if you are going to kind of be practicing your stealth, your dexterity-based skills, go ahead and give us a stealth check as you're spending a day kind of skulking around the shadows of Kaer Seren.
Hey, reset your luck if you got them.
Oh yeah, thank you.
I never forget. I have so little. I need that shit.
18.
Very nice. I'm going to have everyone go ahead and do an awareness check to see how many
pranked
people...
you get.
Yeah.
See how pranked we get being nerds.
Yeah, hold on. Do a what? Awareness?
Oh my
Yeah, just-
god.
Yeah.
No!
Ooh.
Get me.
You know, failure is the best teacher.
Hey, I said that.
Oh no.
Oh, and...
You know,
let's see.
stealing other people's lines is the best lines.
you just quoted my Gwen card.
Is that true? That's the best lines. I always heard that failure is the best teacher. Actually made it up myself.
All right, so...
Oh,
Oh, God. All right, so everybody, all of the player characters and Lucian are well aware of you and just sort of ignore you. However, Olgar is unaware. You sneak with him very successfully. And Julian is
He was who I was
fully-
hoping to prank the most.
Yeah, Julian is just fully
Huh. Oh my
unaware
god!
at every turn.
oh
I
my
say-
god.
Can I say he's taking a nap and I just start taking the books that the others are done with and stacking them on his like chest until
Absolutely.
he wakes up? Like I just start and then stacking more and more things.
Oh my
He has
god.
like a carapace of books that I just have like a drinking glass, a candle. This
Oh my
is
God,
starting to get dangerous.
It's like those people who put goldfish crackers on their cats while they sleep.
Yes. Yes, he's my cat. These are my goldfish.
He is
Um,
woefully unaware. He eventually wakes up covered in tomes and dusty books.
I blow the candle out before that happens.
where a beast is sitting on his chest. It's books.
He stops breathing from
We
1,200
kill
page
beloved
tome.
character Dandelion.
And this would be the perfect segue. Never mind.
All right, that day comes to an end, and as the sun begins to set below the oceans outside of Kaer Seren, the Witchers begin to make their way out, carrying the wrapped body of Rurik. You see on a kind of ornate, seems to be sort of ceremonial, like stretcher almost, or, but like more elaborate. I don't know exactly what you'd call one of those like large plates. I don't know.
Palanquin?
Yes, thank you. And you see that the two Witchers begin carrying the remains. I'm going to move everyone back into kind of the main central area, so we can see that a little bit clearer. And Lucian and Dragomir carry the body of Rurik. And let's see. Everybody kind of situate here. They lead the procession in a solemn march as the harsh winter winds kind of whip snow and sleet and dust up from the road. And they carry the remains of Rurik out of the walls of Kaer Seren and up a small, narrow path to an overlook that is perhaps a mile or so from Kaer Seren itself. You see that here Lucian and Dragomir have prepared a large burial pyre that they have torches kind of in a ring or a semicircle around, and they lay the remains of Rurik on the pyre. You see the solemn face of Dragomir and the kind of more slumped and sorrowful shoulders of Lucian. Is there anything the group would like to do here?
Just accompany them quietly and respectfully.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think the thing I'm doing mostly is biting my tongue.
What is Opheia thinking?
Opheia's thinking that that Rurik would have been better served in a different profession. But she's not going to say that.
Woof. Sorry, that was a dog.
Yeah, Kaspar's just watching everything. Probably away from the group.
As the sun dips finally below the horizon, the scattered clouds illuminated in that kind of fiery orange glow just as the sun sets. They light the pyre and stand back respectfully, bowing their heads. They stand this way for quite a long time. You hear Dragomir chanting or praying under his breath in some ancient prayer passed down from the Witchers. It seems to be in Old Elvish for those that can speak it. But even those who do not, you get the impression of this is a sort of ceremonial Witcher rite that has been tradition with the Griffins for a long time. As darkness and the night begins to shift fully, the silver gleam of the moon rising begins to appear, and as the body of Rurik is consumed and laid to rest with the fire, the Witchers and everyone else returns to the fortress itself. It's now probably 10 p.m. or so.
I think Kaspar kind of stays and sits like by the pyre for a while, kind of watching the flames.
Yeah, this is a large pyre. You get the impression this fire, it's burning hot, but it will likely burn all through the night and potentially for a couple of days. It will be at least smoldering.
Yeah. He's gonna basically, like, he'll meditate and kind of stay by it through the night.
As the rest of you return to the kind of commune area of Kaer Seren, then you see Dragomir and Lucian kind of crack open one of their finer kegs that they have held away in one of the larders and pour everyone ample glasses. And Dragomir turns to all of you, says, "Thank you for attending. It is rare that witches in our day and age have friends at the end. And Rurik seemed to like you. I think he would be glad to know that you were there."
In the short time that we knew him, he seemed to be an excellent man, both in deed and skill. You were lucky to have him.
Indeed. He was the best of us here, and he loved to remind us of it. But it opens another reality that we have been putting off for too long. There are now only 2 Griffin Witches left. With the death of Cohen and Rurik in such short time, well, it seems as though we no longer have what we need to maintain this place. And it seems as though, in my role, a decision must be made. Please, enjoy yourselves and drink to the memory of Rurik. I must meditate and think on things. Dragomir will retire to his private chambers.
Can Opheia catch up with him as he's leaving for like a quick word?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, he begins walking towards the stairs. Catch up to him in the kind of staircase leading up to the second floor.
I'm just gonna like step in front of him, like, Dragomir, in case it wasn't clear from how everything played out in the chaos. Rurik died because he was trying to save my life, and I mean, I think he did. So I have my own philosophy that isn't really compatible with any Witcher I've met, but it leaves me in a bit of a pickle because I can't go on being indebted to a Witcher. So if you have any favors to ask me, you should do that.
I appreciate that, Opheia. Rurik did what he would have done for anyone in that position. And, well, just appreciate the gift that has been given. There are changes ahead that, well, things will not be the same after this. Things will never be the same. You should take advantage of your time here. If you are given that gift, feel free to find things that might help you. You might need them. You will need them. More than this place will. More than...
I can't help but...
Go ahead.
I can't help but feel that there's a catch to this, but I will thank you again for your hospitality. And I will wish you, I suppose, luck in your decision, but I guess you don't need that. You just need discretion.
Hospitality has little to do with it. Your friend, Mareigh, she convinced me that our ways are antiquated, even more so than the place we call home. It brought me to the realization that, and the death of Rurik, that this place, its archives, its treasuries, all they hold is broken memories and fading shadows. It's not hospitality. It's just knowing what the next step must be.
I'll let you go.
Thank you.
Have a good night, Dragomir. I'll head back and finish my drink.
I wanted to talk to Lucian a little bit.
Absolutely. Yes. Lucian seems to be in kind of a darker mood than you have seen him. He's been, a bit stoic, but he's been generally upbeat over the last week, and it seems like maybe now the reality of the situation that this sort of father figure or mentor has perished and left for good, and so it seems like that is settling in more clearly for him.
If Dragomir intends to shutter Kaer Seren, where will you go?
Well, that's a good question. I've been, well, a little bit of everywhere, but nowhere felt like home, like Kaer Seren. Returning here was always, well, it always felt right, even if it was remote. But I don't know. Even though Dragomir and Rurik and I never always saw eye to eye on everything, it always felt like they were who I wanted to be with. They were my family. And they still are. But, well, it seems as though Kaspar has this personal quest that he is keen to explore in more detail. And I know Rurik had mentioned that one of his old contacts might be able to help. Some scientist in Maribor, I believe. I don't think he had a chance to look through his ledgers, but that might be what I do.
We might find ourselves allied in the future then. Kaspar's goals align with mine, and I think they are achievable. I don't know how quickly, but they are achievable.
I concur. I think that, well, it's never been done, and there are, therefore, clearly very real risks that I see no reason why, with the right minds put to it, it's not something that could be achieved. But yes,
Is that something you would want?
Personally, I have essentially no other memory of anything else. This is who I've been, and, well, as mentioned, the risks are great. I don't know that the benefit would outweigh that risk.
Well, you can always, regardless of what your desires are, if you continue down this path of being a Witcher, know that you have an ally in me, at least. I know you count Kaspar as an ally, and I count Kaspar as an ally. It seems we're going to be stuck to each other for the foreseeable future.
Yes, it seems as though your interests are interestingly aligned. Tell me, how is it that you came to know Kaspar?
He came looking for me, actually. I was a researcher in Oxenfurt for a good decade or so. Decade and change. It's been so long at this point. It's hard to recall. I was the foremost expert in theoretical Witcher mutagens, in Witcher theory, Witcher study, the history, the lore, things that escape the schools to common knowledge. I find the Witchers very fascinating. A unique niche in this strange world that we inhabit. Whether or not they continue to survive or flourish is in the hands of Witchers like you and Witchers like Kaspar, and whether or not they change to be something more humane, more humanely created, or just left in the past. Something I wish to study. Kaspar came to me asking for help in the theory of undoing what has never been undone. And I relished the challenge.
And a challenge it is. Indeed, that is a new frontier of knowledge that has not been well studied. I think you will succeed. I hope so. For both your interest and Kaspar's.
He's been through a lot. My research can net him a happy end of any degree. It's a nice bonus. For me, at least. He's a prickly cuss, but I do care about him.
I can see that.
What is that face you're making?
Shock and awe?
Yeah, she cares about you, dude.
But unfortunately, Kaspar's being cold outside again, so he doesn't hear that.
She would never admit it in front of you. She would never admit it in front of you. But she does care about you.
Ugh. Ew.
Oh, shut up.
To take
You
concerns.
like me.
I met Kaspar in a bar about a month ago, drunk off my ass, and I didn't think he'd remember me, and I barely remembered him. And that's it. Your turn, Opheia.
We've all come into each other's lives quite recently and are stuck together for this foreseeable future.
Oh, wait, is it actually... Oh, I probably shouldn't speak on the matter in a Witcher keep. So I
why
won't speak.
not?
Because she doesn't want to
Because-
offend anyone.
Oh, what I said didn't offend anyone.
You said literally the most inoffensive thing. You met
Drunk
someone
off the ass is the least offensive thing.
here? Kinda.
That's why I like these people.
Find me a Witcher who isn't half drunk at all times, and
And I can't find them. I've got beer goggles on. They can hide better than I can.
I have to commend Kaspar for wanting to change. He seems frustrated that he's trapped in the life of being a Witcher, but he just has this conflict where he doesn't think anybody else is capable of change. So I don't truly know if he's ready, whether or not there's some potion he can drink. I don't know if that's anything that will change his mind about how he's going to go through the world, knowing how to solve his problems with a sword and nothing else.
I think it's difficult. As I don't know how much you know of Kaspar's past. Even I don't know a lot. But I know that
he won't speak of it, and that tells me all I need to know.
indeed. As you know, he is from the school of the Cat Witchers, and their practices. Well, there's a reason that they were not very well liked or trusted among other groups. They were often cruel and unnecessarily so to many of their students, pitting one another against each other, and their rights and processes were, even by Witcher standards, unkind.
Wonder what the philosophy behind that was. If a Witcher is so rare to survive to past adolescence, why pit them against each other?
More of a psychological type of hierarchy that would form. Not so much physical. It was often, well, yes.
If there's anything I can
unkind.
understand, if there's anything I can understand, it's a psychological hierarchy. I know that all too well. This group is only capable of saying nice things about each other when the other person isn't around. It's very funny.
That's, I guess, the other psychological game we're playing.
It's not like I like you, Baka.
That
Never. Hey, real
Never
quick,
again.
Never say that ever again.
Yeah, never again.
All right. Anything else that the rest of you would like to do as you kind of spend the evening chatting, discussing, reminiscing, morning?
Just making sure I got all these recipes right.
Yeah, I think all the novice
so
ones
many
should
of
be. I think they should all be in there. So some of them may.
Do
have,
the decoctions have formulae?
yeah, it's on the same section as the. I think they should.
Yeah, they do. It's
Yeah.
below blade oil.
Yeah.
Are they in the
Oh, I might not have gotten to the
compendium.
decoctions because.
That's fine. I just didn't know if they were in the compendium or not.
Let's see,
Add
Necker.
them later.
I have the actual like items, but not the formulas. It looks like.
Yeah,
so.
I have the list of the ones that we can have, so I will just keep that for later when they're in the compendium.
Gotcha. Yeah, it looks like you should have like 2/3 of them. There's only like 4 or 5 that are higher than
Yeah.
16. So. Okay, so
What do decoctions do? Do they
So-
give a temporary mutagen?
yeah, Witcher decoctions are created from mutagen material or mutagenic materials in a monster's body. When creating a decoction, you must mix all of the ingredients, and then basically what they do is they offer you like an effect. They're kind of like the like talismans. They're like that, but they're like temporary boosts. So whereas the talismans give you a permanent like plus something, +2 to your speed or something, the decoctions are, I think, was it 30-minute, and they poison you pretty bad, but they make you like, they're like the troll one is really good. You regenerate 5 health per round, which is pretty good. Yeah,
Pretty good.
they're temporary talismans basically.
Could be a good basis for the research that Mareigh and Kaspar are trying to do.
They also don't change your appearance, I think.
Yeah, you can do like the mutagen experiments, and those will do the mutations that you'll start turning into.
Yeah, no, we're not going to mutate anyone yet.
Good.
Mutagens
Could.
just change.
You got to be a little more desperate first.
They're no, there's literally a table and it says minor mutations, and it's when you give yourself actual mutagens, like permanent mutagens,
Mhm.
it changes you. Like
Yeah.
Griffin gives you feathers.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite werewolf, rapid hair growth. Just
Yeah. The Necker one's my favorite because it's like baldness and gray skin, and that's just like it just basically makes you like an unhealthy, ugly guy.
yeah.
It just makes
So
you
what
a
about
normal,
grave hag?
Which one's this long gray tongue? Ugh.
yeah.
double fisting Necker decoction and werewolf decoction to become a bald gray man with hair all over his body.
Rock troll just makes you shrimp all the time.
Yep.
Which ones do
Oh my
Kaspar?
God.
Which mutagens does Kaspar have?
I don't
I
know.
don't think he
don't
doesn't
have
have any yet. Yeah, that's something you can unlock later. As
Oh,
you
you
level
don't
up.
start with the mutagen as a Witcher?
Witchers, it is something you can have.
Mm.
It is something you can basically add on. It's more or less a plug-in for extra shit.
Yeah.
This is something if we find mutagens, I could do this to you in a couple levels.
You could do this to me.
I could mutate you. Mutate is one of my skill trees. It's the capstone. It's the capstone of my green path. Mutate. I can spend a day and all of my stamina to mutate a subject.
Well, we need to kill one of these monsters first, because you can only get mutagens from the source.
Whoa,
the
wait.
sauce.
Can you mutate anybody?
No, it will kill you.
Not you, Can Mareigh mutate anybody?
I could, but it will kill the person. It will kill any non-witcher that I mutate.
It says mutate a subject,
Mutate
right?
a subject. I get.
Is that like a...
I don't know. I don't know actually.
All right.
I mean,
Are
the
we
whole
about
point
to
of
do-
being a
We're-
witcher
All right,
is that your
we'll
body is
derail
still
for a second here, so we can
malleable.
read this because I'm.
I want to be bald.
You can be bald. You just shave your head.
Shaved head is not bald.
I
Not
think
after
Mark-
the
I
first
think
day.
the mage one is one of the, but let me read it here. So let's see. A mage can spend all their stamina a day experimenting on a subject and roll mutate,
Fucked up.
and then a individual can only be mutated twice. Further mutations will replace existing ones. Success grants the subject use of the mutagen with the appropriate minor mutation, and failure just basically starts to kill them.
Oh, that makes sense.
But yeah, I think Mareigh, yours is one of the only one because like the mages can experiment and stuff, and I think yours is like you can do it on anybody. You can like start making
I-
mutant
Straight up.
freaks.
I
I
could.
do
but-
witchers.
that would be the line where Kaspar like wouldn't want to.
Wait, really? Mareigh makes Kilton bald and Kaspar says, "Fuck you, you freak. I'm out of
No.
here."
I mean, she would.
Kaspar sees his party member experimenting on his other party member, and he says, "Peace out."
I mean,
Fair.
she wouldn't do it if like against someone's will. If they want to be mutated and are willing to take the risk, she'll do it for them.
Dude, still, there are people who willingly become witchers, and Kaspar still thinks it's fucked up.
This sounds like a moral
Heavens,
debate.
It's just grave hag decoction. I just want the tongue.
Also,
Please, Kaspar.
I'm pretty sure only witchers get the specific mutagens. I think the mage ones are different.
Uh-oh.
It seems like it's just the same. Like you get
Yeah.
that
Is it?
plus bonus.
Because under
Yeah.
mutagens, it says literally just it says witchers, but
But that's
That's the
for
mutation.
like, yeah, that's because Mari's thing is kind of like the exception to the rule. Like, in general, witchers are the only ones that can do it like on their own, right?
I have to invest. You can just do it. I have to invest a lot of points into being able to do this.
And
Oh, shit, I
also,
didn't
it still
know-
might kill them. Like,
Yeah.
you
And it's
cannot undo these.
No, they're permanent.
Yeah, it's like fucking Geralt can switch that shit around, but like owls are experimenting on somebody and turning them into like a bug freak or something is not a witcher, but it's definitely normal.
Like she has to learn how to do this if she wants to learn how to undo witcher mutations. You got to learn to mutate before you can reverse engineer it.
And like you're not gonna be experimenting on our human friends.
I will not, even if they ask.
Even if I want the tongue.
Even if you want the tongue.
Damn it.
What are you
Fine.
planning a homecoming soon?
You should just cast Spell of Baldness on Kilton, and then when he's napping,
yeah, I think
just
there's
shave
probably
his
just a
head.
hex that does that already. Like,
Yeah, I think there might be a hex that just makes you bald.
Buddy, I'm
Yeah.
42. We could just wait if that's what you want.
or just get some more of the glowing ore and keep it in his bag.
Yeah, I'll have the rock troll one and the necker one. Just like Gollum after 2 years.
No, there is a Gollum one. It gives you hard protrusions.
Gollum does not have hard protrusions.
No, but there's a Golem one.
Not Golem. I said Gollum.
I know. I was just making a joke.
All right.
Sorry.
I don't want to be thinking about Gollum's hard protrusions.
Oh, no!
Hey, there's your episode title.
Gollum's hard
Hey,
protrusions.
another thing that,
No,
that should not be said on this channel ever again.
That
Lord of the Rings is canon in the Witcher universe, so we might encounter that. We don't know.
Is it?
Yes, as
Did I
Witcher
miss
2.
something?
It's one of the
It's-
spheres.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
How could I forget?
It's also mentioned in the Witcher 2 game where Geralt makes a joke. It's like, as long as I don't have to throw a ring into a volcano, wink.
Yeah.
Man, fuck The Witcher 2.
They should have had him do the bit like in Shrek 2 where he does the ring.
They couldn't get
I
Counting
think
Crows for that game. Budget.
They could have, if we're being honest. They
They
could have
could've.
got Counting Crows.
All right, what are you guys doing for the next, 5 to 7 days, or however long you want to stay here?
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna teach my friend some signs.